it's Cheryl again, and this is a take two for our segment of the plug. I hope we can hear me because I can see my little live thing going on. Share my broadcast. Here we go. Keith, I'm going to invite Keith Chen onto the session. Oh, there you are. Excellent. I'm going to bring you onto the camera. Here we go. Adding. And we all wait with great anticipation. And we're connecting. Keith and there we are, Keith. We got it rolling. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
loud
can.
And clear.
It's I think it's a little bit laggy. I'm not sure.
That? A bit muggy?
As in the connection, I think is a little bit laggy, but it should be all right.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me, but that's okay. Your excuse.
No.
That's all right. Right, we've got here. So yeah, I was chatting away before and I was like, where's Keith going? And then I realized he's probably waiting on your personal page or Facebook world. So that's all good.
Yeah.
There, you were just loitering. Welcome. We have the segment of
Thank
the
you.
plug, which is our series that showcases what local, Australian companies, businesses are doing to help our community of, property developers across the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So keen to understand your story, and I've just had an indicator that my battery is low, so we've got to talk fast. So
okay,
that's
cool.
all good. Sorry.
Awesome.
But just a little bit about how MORC Interiors came about, and please tell me if I haven't said it correctly.
Yep.
And how long you guys have been operating for.
Oh, that's fine.
So
MORC Interiors is 3.5 years old now. It's almost coming to 4 very soon.
Yeah.
And it started with both my business partner and I were both uni mates. Both studied civil engineering, worked in construction for 3 years. We're both like project managers and structural engineers.
Yeah. Right.
But we kind of got tired of that 9 to 5 or 6 to 6 job every day, and we want to try to get into property. We want to try to get property development as well.
Yeah.
So we had no idea, no experience, no network, and we thought, why don't we try something different? And we found this niche in the market, this problem that we could potentially solve. The problem was that homeowners, when they get the keys to their new apartment, it looks really empty. They can't really visualize how they can live in this space. It's so hard to furnish the space as well. They don't know where they can get all the furniture. It takes too long.
Yeah.
So we thought maybe we can simplify that whole process. And very quickly, we got our first client and then got a second client. And now we're, 3.5 years later, servicing a lot of investors, homeowners. And we also found out that our packages, our service, has been helping a lot of investors get a higher return as well. And I think mainly because we help a lot of, we really like to target tenants as well. We know what tenants want, so we really make it look attractive. And if tenants are lining up to live in these apartments, then they want to pay a premium for it as well.
Yeah, so. Fabulous. So who is your, market that you're mainly catering to? Is it the developers that are mainly your clients, or is it the investors?
So I think probably the direct people that we work with, the clients, would be the investors. We do partner with a lot of developers. They would select us as the preferred supplier to share our services with homeowners, investors in the whole building, right? But we will work directly with the investors. In some occasions, maybe we will work with developers as well. But a lot of times we help individual investors to try and maximize the rent that they can get for the investment property.
So give me an example. We talk about increasing rent, and everyone wants to know how they can increase their rent. What sort of comparables are there that you can show us that say, okay, well, you've got a property that would have probably rented off for this. We've added this much of a package and it's increased it to this much. Can you give us an example there?
Sure. So a similar apartment, actually in this building right here in Aurora. So there were, there's what, there's almost 1,000 properties, 1,000 apartments in this building. And 70% of it are renting, right? So immediately for an investor, you're already faced with a lot of competition. So what's going to make a tenant want to live in your apartment, right? And so if you kind of look at the rental market like a pyramid, at the bottom, there's an abundance of unfinished properties, right? A lot of unfinished apartments. So tenants, they can go in there, they can see, okay, so this is the benchmark for one bedroom could be about $450 to $500 a week rent, right? And when you move up the ladder in the pyramid, you look for a finished property can range anywhere from a $30 to $50 increase for something like a partially finished apartment. And on the high end, you're looking at anywhere from $50 to $100 or even $150 increase. So what we have done in this building, we want to professionally furnish and really intentionally design these apartments to target higher paying premium tenants like expats, doctors, young professionals who need these fully furnished properties, right? They want it to be absolutely ready, convenient, and they can just move in straight away, almost like a mini hotel. And so once you provide that, and you can start from $6 to $8 grand, 10 grand, depending on the number of bedrooms as well. And the increase can be anywhere from, like I mentioned, for one bedroom, can be from $50 to even $150 more. So in this apartment, in this building, like I mentioned, unfinished one bedroom apartment would be about $500 a week at most.
Okay, so you're talking about all the furnishings and appliances as well? Excellent. Correct. So everything cut down to the cutlery. So you're looking at
cutlery is probably something that is an added on extra. So that depends on every person. So usually some clients, if they want to do like Airbnb or something, they have their own preferences. That's something that they can do themselves, or we do have that add-on service that they can leverage on and work with us to help them out as well.
And something that a very smart accountant has said as well, you can also depreciate your furniture. How good is that?
Exactly. So as an investor, immediately in the first year, I don't know the exact figures, but I do have a partner company who can help claim the tax depreciation.
Wonderful. So you basically give them a schedule of the furniture and everything else that you've provided. Your partner will go in and assess all the fixtures and fittings as well, and then you've got this huge, depreciation schedule for your tax return. And if anyone needs tax returns, reach out to Namit Trivedi as well, and any of the accountants on our page. We're going to be interviewing some accountants that can help us as well in this. So I think it's exciting to be able to see how there are different sort of segments and the people that are in this community who really bring about a lot of added value there. So no, that's really cool. And I noticed that you went overseas recently to do some presenting in Malaysia and Singapore. And how was that experience? And
it was really good. We presented both in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore. The Asian market is the property market in Southeast Asia is quite different to Australia. So over there, they're actually quite used to buying an apartment, a property that is completely empty. Like you just get a shell. It's not really painted, no fittings, no lights, no fixtures, right? So, and for them, they already find it hard to rent it out because a tenant will have to organize all these things. So to be able to educate them about what we do here, with the added advantage of in Australia, a lot of the properties are already ready as well. But when you provide this added on service and tenants are willing to pay a premium, and that increases your rent and resulting in a higher yield as well for your investment property. They found it very, very insightful. And I think out of about 30 plus people. We got a few clients that signed on really quickly.
That's
so
fantastic.
it's really good.
Excellent. So for any developers in our page and investors, how was the best way for them to reach out to you? Can you hear me?
Yeah. So they are more than welcome to contact us directly on our Facebook page. Our phone number is there as well. Our website has benefits of how we can work with developers as well. If they contact us directly, we can send them case studies. We've worked with developers with like anywhere from 20 to 100 units before as well. So happy to share how we can help them, what kind of value we can provide to them and their clients as well.
Wonderful. Thank you. And any sort of little add-ons you want to sort of throw out to the community before we sort of wrap this up?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you've seen a video. We've done a video last year. There was a special charity project that we did. We worked with Sanks Australia. So they are a not-for-profit charity organization that sources stationery, clothing, anything to help with disadvantaged youth, both here in Australia and overseas as well. And so what we've done was one of the...
Saying
oh, cool. That's all right. The founder, he was going to foster a kid who was going to be taken out of a really bad situation. And he needed furniture in a room so that he could sleep on it, right? He needed a bed, he needed furniture. And so at that same time, we had an investor who had old furniture and wanted to try Airbnb. So we said, instead of selling your furniture, we're happy to take it. If you can donate to us, we're going to use this furniture and put it and use it to make over this room. Not just simply put furniture in there. We will find which furniture is in good quality, a good condition, and really make over that room so that it can feel like home and feel warm and safe for this foster kid. And we filmed that whole process on Facebook, so you guys can check it out. I'll pin it at the top today.
Yeah, would really love to see it. That's fantastic to be able to give back to a community as well. And I mean, that's really satisfying. And I'm sure, you know, the young, was it a boy or girl, sort of the foster child in any case? Yeah,
it was a boy.
I'm sure he was very, very touched by that. So good job, Keith, and well done for taking sort of the leap into, I guess, a fairly niche industry, but definitely. Oh, can you hear me? Oh no, you broke. Oh yes, there you are. We're back again.
Yep, I can hear you now.
Yes. So well done. And anyone that I said, you know, have a look at definitely. I spoke about developers as well, looking at styling their properties for sale when they're completed. How important that is in terms of bringing up your purchase price, because it allows people to see and feel what it's like to actually live in an area and what it can actually fit in an area. So definitely reach out to Keith Chen. Thank you very much for coming on to our segment, and I'll definitely catch up with you again very, very soon when I'm in Melbourne next time. And if you're in Sydney, give me a buzz and we'll have another Facebook Live face-to-face. Yeah,
definitely. I think the first quarter next year will be in Sydney for Eco World's West Village. So
fantastic.
I'll give you a call
Thanks, Keith. Thanks so much for your time today, and I'll see you later. Ciao. Bye.
Thank you.